Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for Adrift. So Adrift stars Shailene Woodley and Sam Claflin, and it follows the true story of a couple that was sailing one boat from, I think it was somewhere in South America, and it was a tropical island or something like that, and they were sailing to San Diego to try to drop off a boat for which they would receive $10,000 for. And on their way there, they ran into a hurricane, and they ended up with the guy having his legs broken and his ribs crushed, and the woman wasn't really in a great condition either. So it was basically just them trying to survive in the ocean for as long as they could. And it's a true story. The woman actually went through it. You can look it up. It's an incredible true story, actually, and I believe that the movie is actually based on a book that she wrote about it. I had very false expectations for Adrift, actually. I thought that this was gonna be like a teenage romance drama movie. That's what I expected from the trailers, but surprisingly, this was a fairly mature drama it really seemed like it was aimed at everybody, kind of. Basically everybody that was like 18 and over, or even to some teenagers. It was a surprisingly mature survival movie that took place in the ocean. And the thing is, we have seen a lot of those. We've seen a lot of mature survival movies in the ocean with two or a couple more people trying to live while, on a limited amount of resources. And because we've seen that very plot so much, I was hoping that we would get something a bit more creative with this movie, because if you want to make a movie like this, you have to bring something new to the table with the genre, or it feels like you're just retracing over the steps that people have already done. And unfortunately, Adrift doesn't really bring anything new to the table. From the moment the movie starts, you can basically predict where the plot is going to go. You know every single plot point. The only surprising thing in the movie was the twist ending at the end. I had no clue there was a twist, and when it came, I didn't see it coming. I don't want to spoil it, and I highly encourage that you don't look up the true story if you're going to see the movie, because the true story will definitely include the spoilery detail. But the movie, it's fairly entertaining, surprisingly enough, and I actually thought it was fairly emotional. The most surprising part of Adrift to me was that I was not bored to tears throughout. I actually stayed entertained throughout its runtime. Maybe not super entertained, but to the point that I wasn't bored. I think that the performances were okay. I think that Sam Claflin, I think is his name, I think he was okay on his own. And Shailene Woodley just proves yet again that she needs a better agent, because every movie that she's in, basically, even the stupid Divergent movies, she's good in those. And in other performances, she's been able to shine, like Big Little Lies. When she got rich material like that, she really, really did shine, and that's a reason that she got a lot of award nominations and consideration for that. But unfortunately, she does have a really terrible agent, and she keeps on giving her movies like these. And even though she is really good in this movie, it doesn't really keep the movie afloat, I guess. It kind of makes it so that the movie isn't any better. It's really just kind of the same dull movie that we've seen 100 times before. So overall, Adrift isn't a perfect movie. It's okay, it's alright. I don't really recommend that you go out and see it, because there's nothing special about it that you haven't seen before, and the movie really, really does suffer from a lack of chemistry between the two leads. But beyond that, Adrift is an okay movie. I don't really have a strong opinion one way or the other. It's a fairly entertaining movie. It's just at the moment that it's over and the moment that they show the twist, it kind of displays how unsubtle this movie was with a lot of it. And I don't know, I didn't love the twist. I thought it was okay. Obviously it was true to the story, which was cool, but the movie's very unsubtle about everything. It doesn't leave much up to the mind. But it's cool to see a story like this on screen, even if we've already seen it a lot. I will give Adrift a 6 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for Adrift. So, what are your thoughts on this film, or what do you think of Shailene Woodley as an actress? Comment in the comment section below and let me know. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.